And we are live. Hi, everyone. Excellent. We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes here to start joining in. I'm super excited today. I have a special guest. I'm going to introduce her here in a couple seconds once people start joining in. Once you do join, let me know in the comments where you're joining from. You guys know the drill. If you've seen one of these streams before, although I will admit it has been a minute. It's been about 7 months since Jackie and I did our last stream. Today we're coming back. I have a special guest. I'm going to introduce her here in a second. But go ahead and let me know where you're joining in from in the comments. We are streaming on YouTube directly today. So, all right, we have someone coming in from New Jersey. Welcome. Do you guys have foliage in New Jersey? I'm in New England. I'm not sure if you guys get the beautiful foliage down in New Jersey, but if you do, let me know. Cool. So without further ado, let me introduce our special guest today. If you've seen the Builderall Creative Studio or Design Lab, we've been coming out with some spectacular templates every single month, including the videos. And in the videos, we show all the process, the design process from A to Z. Sarah today is joining me live. Sarah, I'm going to bring you on. Say hi to everyone. I'd like you to introduce everyone to Sarah. She's our in-house creative genius. She helps us get all the beautiful content out for the Builderall Design Lab. Sarah, how are you today?
Hello, Pierre. How are you? Hello, everyone. It's lovely to be here.
Excellent. Sarah, usually we do these videos. People love to join. They ask questions. Today, it's going to be same old. You're our special guest, so we're about to bombard you with all the wonderful questions. Guys, Sarah is a graphic designer. She's an artist. She sculpts, I believe. She has an MFA in fine arts, all the way from Rome. She's the real deal. All right, I think you have about 15 years or 20 years of design experience. I personally absolutely love your work, so I'm thrilled that you're able to join us today on the stream.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that awesome introduction. I'm so excited to be here and help everyone uh, get some insight and just make it a fun stream. And
Nice.
yeah.
Excellent. If you guys can't hear me okay, let me know. I'm getting some messages that say my audio is low. Let me know. Felicity from Dublin joining us. Welcome, Felicity. How are you today? Excellent. All right. So for today, Sarah, we're gonna talk about AI, building your website with AI, some awesome practical tips, some things to keep in mind. We're going to pick apart your strategy and your approach, sort of learn from the pros. And then I'd love to introduce our AI website hosting offering that we're providing from Builderall. This is something I think that is completely revolutionary. We're basically at the cutting edge of this technology, and it's so great to see the team producing great tech like this. So I'd like to show you, you've gotten I've already given you a sneak peek this morning. I'd love to get sort of another deeper view together. We'll go through, we'll look at the tool together, we'll look at a design that you've produced, and we'll go from there. So that's the agenda. How does that sound? Pretty good?
Sounds perfect. Yeah,
Nice.
let's dive in.
Guys, any questions, drop them in the comments. We will answer them as we go. Monica's joining. Monica, welcome from Austria. Wie geht's? That's all my German, all of it. Uh, as always, I'm going to introduce this banner here. 50% off your first month if you don't have a Builderall account. You can use save 50 at checkout. You'll get 50% off any plan um, for your first month. So without further ado, that's everything out of the way. Intros out of the way. Shameless plug out of the way. I think we should get into it. I'm gonna go ahead, share my screen. Let me know when you guys can see. All right. And here we go. All right. Oh, let's try that again.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Excellent.
Great.
Cool
We can
beans.
see.
All right. So, as you guys know, this is the Builderall dashboard we all know and love. Let me hop into the website builder. For some of you, you might have seen that. No, so we gave away the bag here. You might have seen our new dashboard. So I want to talk about this for a couple seconds. The new dashboard shows you the website, but it also shows you all the tools that you have available to you, your social proof, your email, your calendar, and whether or not they're connected to the site. I feel like a lot of marketing tools miss out on telling you what you're not doing. All right. So if you have a website, that's great. But the question that I love asking is, and then what? Right? You have your website, and then what? You want to get it online. That's great. Once it's online, you want to connect other tools: your email, your social proof, your calendar, and you know what? If you're a little curious, you can go up here and add your supercharge bundle, any pop-ups that you might have, comment, autoresponder, all the good stuff that we provide. But without
That's
further
actually
ado,
quite helpful.
go
That's
ahead.
actually quite helpful because some of the client feedback that I get is just like uh, they ask for a specific thing, and then these shortcomings kind of pop up
Mm,
later on in the project, and we have to update all the quotations and everything. So it's
yeah.
actually very helpful to have a place that has all the deliverables in one, yeah, go.
I think a big problem is that sometimes people don't know what they're missing out on, and a dashboard like this sort of tells you up front. These are some things that you're not doing that you could do, and
Mhm.
it could, in some cases, it might not match for your business or where you are in your business, but at least hey, if I need email marketing, it's available to me in the same platform. So I think something like this is actually super useful. I agree with you. So, guys, if you don't know, heading into this new website area, you're going to see our templates, Sarah's templates, all the templates that you see in the Builderall Design Lab actually end up as templates for free. So not only can you watch her entire process here on YouTube, A to Z. You can watch how she built it, why she built it, all the steps. You can actually watch her actually build the screen and piece everything together. You can then come back in here for free and find her templates right on here. So, I'll give you an example. Cosmic Diner is an example. One of my favorite here is Mielora. This is a wonderful template if you are producing anything that's sales related, and we can go into that a little bit. Our topic today is AI, how to build your website with AI. So I don't want to lose that point. But this very header image was created by AI, and I think you did a great job, Sarah. I'd love to pick your brain on the reasoning, what you wanted to elicit for a response, what kind of uh, thinking you went through to produce this image, and then we can
Yeah.
go with the rest of the page.
We can do that. That one is actually quite interesting because I wanted to do a beauty shot. So I was inspired by a photographer, a fine art photographer who covered his models in honey.
Mm,
So I thought it would be a nice promo shot for our product, which is a honey-based skincare product that,
totally.
doesn't really exist. But yeah. So yeah, I toned it down a little bit. I tested out different visions of it. So there were ones that were also like a bit more bold, they were a bit more editorial, but I felt this approach with the nature behind it blurred, and seeing the bees inside the banner like left a more overall complete impression on the product in one go. So that's always, you always want that in a website. You want the whole idea to get there in a few seconds. And yeah, that was basically what I was doing there.
Here's what I love about it. It's simple. It's a really attractive image. It catches your eye and it keeps you sort of interested. You look at it for more than the quick second that you typically go through media nowadays. So I like that a lot. I think it does a great job at just grabbing your attention. It also tells me what's ahead. I see the honey, I see the background, I know it's nature related, I know it has something to do with an organic product. The CTA here says a collection that I'm exploring. So in my mind, I understand there's a product somewhere and I see the bees. So I think it starts by telling that story really well. And then scrolling through, I think you've done an incredible job. This image was created by AI. I believe all the other images as well for the product. Is that correct?
No, actually,
Okay.
I made these like from scratch. I used some mock-ups in the boxes through
Okay.
Adobe, but overall, I actually made the labels. So if anyone
Oh,
is interested in buying the brand,
the brand's for sale. Love it. So obviously here you've added your touches with the hand drawing, these flowers, the bees, little touches like this. I think it's such a beautiful way to tell a story, right? Just have it be somewhere in the back, and my brain's receiving all this information, um, and I think it's just a great way to tell the story of this brand. If you have an e-commerce or a single product e-commerce page, duplicating this page and sort of making it your own is something that I would definitely do. I think you've done a great job. But apart from this, let's switch back and talk about AI. Talk about our AI website. If you guys haven't seen, or actually it hasn't released yet, is that correct? Our latest edition of um, the Builderall Design Lab. We have Dracu cakes. Is that correct? As I understand.
yes.
All right. I'm gonna open it up, and I'd love you to just talk about it a little bit as I scroll through and show people what we've done. And before we get into it, I want to say this website has been created fully on AI. So this was not a Cheetah website. This is an AI website. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is
Nice.
correct.
All right. So if you want to talk us through
Wonderful.
this concept, I'll scroll and I'll show people what we have in front of us today.
Sure, sure. So, uh, I love creating designs with a concept, something with an idea, with a story to tell, like a weird mix of things you don't really expect. I think those leave like a lasting impression. So I was thinking of a design that I wanted to make, and I wanted to create a muffin shop, but
Mm-hmm.
with the owner as Dracula.
Okay.
So I didn't want him to be just a mascot. So he was actually the owner of the brand. He runs his bakery. He's obsessed with getting the perfect velvet chocolate muffin, and you know. So yeah, I found it quite humorous and yeah,
Great.
interesting to dive into.
Yeah,
So yeah, like the yeah, thanks.
I love all
It
the
it was
details that you put in. Something like this. I never waste a good muffin. Count Dracula, Count D. Such a
yeah.
nice touch.
These little copywriting things, you add them, like you have to add them yourself, because AI is going to give you like any generic slogan or something that doesn't really fit the story, because they can give you a bunch of options, but you have to really be thoughtful with zoning in on the right story to tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, it felt uh, it felt on character that he would be precious with his ingredients and, you know,
Yeah.
a bit more detail oriented. Yeah, so
So many beautiful touches here, guys. Uh, Let me know in the comments who here is guilty of creating a really bad AI website. Me first. I'll start. Uh, I've created many AI websites. I think most of them lacked a polish, and I just want to point out a couple things that I see on this website that you've created, Sarah, that add that level of polish. Because I think it's important for us to just keep in mind when we're creating a site, what are some things that we can do to improve the user experience, to improve that interface, and just make the whole thing seem a little more professional. Had I not known that this website has been made with AI from scratch, I wouldn't have thought of it, right? Because you and I both know there's an aesthetic to AI websites that's coming out lately. We can all identify an AI banner or a poster, right? Or a social media post. It has a certain character to it. This is not that, right? This page does not share that sort of, run of the mill AI uh, feel. So I think some of those things are animations like this button here. Once you hover over, it looks like it's filling up with blood or I don't know, grape juice.
yeah,
You know, you know.
yeah.
Uh, I love it. I love it. I
There's
think
the
it's on brand.
bat detailing on the buttons.
Mm,
There's like little things that I made sure to add. So yeah, I definitely got where you're headed there. But I just want to point out, by the way, that in the first revision of this website, the creation of this website, it did look like a run-of-the-mill AI website.
okay,
So
that's
like
well.
the first version we got was quite horrendous.
Okay, well
Um,
that's actually great to hear. If you got that first result and you were able to polish it and bring it up to this level, that means that we're also capable of doing sort of the same thing. So
oh
I
yeah,
love hearing that.
definitely.
I think animations like this line underneath once you hover, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I think we talked about negative space and not crowding the screen. I think this is sort of
Yeah,
a great lesson in using space well.
yeah. AI actually really struggles with white space. I
Mm,
think AI feels the need to cram all areas with things. Even sometimes when you ask for like a minimal design, it will add just a border for no reason,
mm,
just because it. So yeah, it does have that tendency. You should probably go in and tell it to remove some things, keep some things if they have a meaningful addition to the design,
mm.
not just
Extra.
look good. Yeah.
I like that. That's good. I noticed
Oh,
this
yeah.
animation as well. This is great.
Oh, this was super fun.
Yeah, I think.
The AI actually inspired me to ask for that. This wasn't part of the original design. So as I was going through around revision 7 or 8, uh, I thought of removing the frame and having it as a standalone element. And in the previous one, the wax seal, AI had done the interactive hover animation over it
Mm,
as well. So I thought, oh, that would be nice to like transfer onto the frame. So I literally had to ask it to do that. And it came out quite well. I was pretty impressed
I love
with
that.
the way that it responded to specific feedback.
I
Yeah.
love that. Could you walk us through your process? I know you sent me a couple of graphics before. I'd love to put them up on the screen and have you explain to people your thinking process. And for everyone watching, uh, first of all, we encourage comments. Leave them in any questions. I want you to take the opportunity. We have an actual professional graphic designer. This is her bread and butter. So take this opportunity. Ask any question that you might have, even if it's embarrassing. I'll go first. I'll ask the embarrassing questions first. Then, Sarah was gracious enough to actually share a couple of graphics that show us her process before the website goes live. So I'd love to pull those up and talk about those. As I'm doing that, Sarah, as I understand, you used multiple AI platforms to
Oh
get
yeah.
these graphics. Could you tell us, first of all, what platforms you use, and then second of all, how you manage the combination of the different platforms? So like going from Claude to ChatGPT or vice versa or whichever. How do you manage that transfer of information?
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting because when you brainstorm through AI, it stores the information, you save it. So I have to perform some trickery and withhold the information from one AI to the next to kind of give it a clear picture so it doesn't get confused.
Mm,
Because, you know, the brainstorming process, sometimes it's messy, sometimes you have multiple options, sometimes it takes you a long time to decide which option works best for you.
mm,
So at that point, it does confuse the AI when you go in multiple directions. So yeah, I'm gonna first, like, I like to brainstorm ideas with ChatGPT because they have this like image generation that's
mm,
very good, and I feel like it's a good way to visually extract your strategy before moving on to Claude, who is a bit more coding focused, and
mhm.
you have more options coming up with this, with something as complex as this, with hover animations and fill. Because I did test out all platforms and I just worked with the strength of each one. So in ChatGPT, if we can see the brand board,
Yes,
yeah,
here.
there we go.
And first of all, I just want to say I could look at this for a couple hours and just and just just go through all the details. I love seeing documents like this. It's creative, but also equally as organized. And usually those two things don't exist in the same place. So so I love this.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, I do agree. It was actually so much fun to make because before actually generating this board, you do have to talk to the AI and get it to get on board with what you want. So that part is also tricky because sometimes it just wants to suggest stuff.
Mm.
Uh, and it's easy to get taken into the suggestions, but um I think having a clear vision for the brand and making sure that the AI sticks to what it's like to the vision that you have as a designer or creator or marketer or anything, that's the key to actually making it produce what you want it to produce.
I think that statement
Yeah.
is true. I think that statement is true, even outside of design. I think AI
Mm,
is a great uh, doer, but the objective of the platform is not for you to get a final product. The objective of Claude and ChatGPT and every other LLM is to keep you engaged. So it starts throwing off some random ideas and just trying to get you to, like, I feel like it baits you into like engaging with it more and more every time. And before you know it, you're talking about something completely different than what you started, and the outcome's completely different. And then you just sit up like, man, I just burnt the last like 25 minutes talking to Claude about this random thing, you know? So
yeah.
I think that's true, you know, with marketing, with email, with content, with everything else. So I'm glad to hear that it's the same with the with design. It's the
Yeah.
common thing to watch out for.
Love
So
that.
anyway, sorry about that
So
tangent.
yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
No, I love that. Thanks. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to build your brand personality. Like there are hidden parts to branding that non-designers don't know about. So what I would suggest is trying to come up with a comprehensive vision of including personality, story, concept, as well as the business part of it, meaning the layout of the page, the box, if we can move down. Yeah, the
Okay.
packaging, the boxes, the branding, like the vibe of the whole brand, you know? So yeah, after a few conversations, we got to this panel. And from there, I expanded it into a landing page that has basically everything that I need. Uh, it suggests sections sometimes that are not helpful for you. You can ignore them, but you have to make sure that it regenerates the prompt without the information, or else it's not going to come up with a clean board like this.
Yeah.
So after this, I move into Claude. And for that, I don't take my brainstorming session. That's it. At this point, the idea is clear. The vision is clear. I have my website sections, my brand, what I want to do, what's my story, everything I want to tell the public. And then I move in and we start the coding part of the website, where we drop the board and we drop the website structure.
I want to say before we move on into a deeper topic, I think a document like this reminds us to have fun, everyone. All right, a document like this is a great reminder that this, although is a business endeavor, could be a great way for you to explore and express an idea. And I think, Sarah, you've done that so nicely. Uh, Take the time, right? We should take the time to create a mascot like this. Write a story. You know, if we look here, for centuries, Count Dracula perfected the art of indulgence. Baking is his latest obsession. He opens his castle kitchen after sunset to share his most precious creations. Like, like, uh, how could you read that and not fall into the role and fall into this this persona, right? And then from there, of course, Count Dracula's color palette is gonna have gold and ivory and burgundy and midnight. Of course, of course Count Dracula of all fictional creatures is gonna have this type of persona. So I absolutely love that you sort of created this personality around the mascot and applied it to cupcakes. Right? Isn't it crazy? We're talking about both things at the same time. But that's just the beauty of design. The logo suite, for me, I would have thought to do maybe this primary logo and a variation. I wouldn't have thought to dive deeper, create a secondary logo, look at the submarks separately, identify those, put those in a motif, right? Put those in a pattern, look at, what we can get. And this looks like a floral wallpaper. This looks like something that off of a really expensive bag. So, I love every single thing about this, the brand elements, the photography style, like this is, although this product is not real, you took the time to create the packaging. You know, welcome to the dark side of baking with the signature. I love this. I love this. This is absolutely great. So I just want to say thank you for putting together a document like this, and for everyone watching. What a great reminder for us to have fun and explore something more creative in the brand that we're building, and not just rush to just get the website online, just create the ads, just hit go, and start doing the business things. I think this approach also gives us a brand behind the work. So anyway, I don't want to spend too
I,
much time. Go ahead,
yeah. I
unless you want
also
to. I
think
can talk
people
about this for an hour.
appreciate, yeah, I can also talk for a few hours, so it's good to stay in check. No, I actually wanted to say people also like respond to craftsmanship. So if your website even if it's made with AI, if it doesn't have like the details, the story, people aren't really going to connect to it. So I would recommend for people to tell their story their own way, no matter how small they think it is in comparison to others. Don't compare, just write something in depth, because people don't connect otherwise. And
I love that.
you know, that's not good, no matter what you're doing, if you're selling or just trying to reach or land. Yeah.
I love that. People respond to craftsmanship. I love that. That needs to be that's a quote right there. There you go. All right. You've also taken the time to put this together for the icons,
Yeah.
and the icons we also saw on the website, and I'll switch over there. Can you tell me about this?
Yeah, so obviously, Dracula isn't gonna drop in a simple line icon
Mm,
or something that doesn't look well made. So these, the prompt I made, the prompt I gave to create these icons was hand drawn and etching style. So this is the ancient, like the way that the grandmasters used to print in early
mm,
printing days, and the
nice.
way the illustrations were made was that they were hatched onto metallic sheets before they were printed, transferred and printed. So this gives off the same vibe, and this was inspired actually by etchings. And even though it's a small detail, while scrolling, it does give an effect. It does make sure that people understand that, yeah, it is no preservatives, made with care, cage-free eggs, you know, you can see the illustration, you can see the border around it.
Mm,
It theoretically took time to make by hand. So yeah.
yeah. Love it. Love it. And you've also added just another touch here. I don't just bake muffins, I craft memories. Of course, something Count Dracula would say himself, you know, of course. So, coming back to the website,
Yeah.
I love the names, I love the time you spent, but I also like the way the whole thing is organized. The way there's negative space, there's just enough contrast for me to sort of pay real attention to the different sections. And for me, I feel like the red on black hints at me looking at it, right? So it takes me a quick second to say, oh, what is that? And then I pay attention to it. So the whole time it's a simple page, but I'm engaged throughout. And I think that's such a good touch. That's such a good touch.
Thank
How
you.
were you able
Yeah.
to how were you able to get this image with this brand mark here on the book? What was that process?
I actually used Adobe to extract the logo from the brand board,
Mm,
and then gave it back to AI to place it onto the book.
love that. Love that. Love that.
Yeah,
And
it
what
took a few steps.
I bet. How much time do you think all of this website took you from start to finish?
Around two
I'm putting you
days
on the
of
spot.
work.
2 days of work.
Yeah,
So let's say about 15 hours, something like that.
yeah.
Would you say? Okay. So I've spent 15 hours fighting with a website without keeping this in check. And I think the tendency for us is to go through AI and want to go through the process as fast as possible. And I think that's fine. That's okay sometimes. But if you wanted to spend more time, I think this is a perfect example of the return on that time investment that you can get from just sitting down and looking at what you're making and saying, okay, I'm going to polish this up to the best possible way. Um, I have a question. Sorry, just a quick question. I just came in. Are we doing a website review? Some tips how to create it. We are definitely going to dig into some tips. And if you hang on for a few more minutes, we're going to actually open the brand new Builderall AI hosting and website editor. So we'll go through that, and we'll go through some tips on how to change it and how easy it is to sort of edit a website after it's live, after it's hosted. So
May I
yeah.
also check in? I think the latest Builderall website
Mm.
episode will be available, and they can dive into the design process. if they follow Design Lab series. So
All
yeah.
right. Well, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and come back when that video drops. Every month, Sarah creates a design, spends a lot of time going through and recording herself and sort of explaining her complete process. So we want to enable you guys to create the best websites and also put them in the best marketing system possible, which is the whole object of a website, right? We can talk about websites for days, but we also want to talk about what do you do after a website's built, right? How do you connect with your audience? How do you get them to engage with you? And I'm gonna steal a sentence, Sarah. If I'll quote you, but when you do something really well, it is true that people respond to craftsmanship, and I love that. So, without further ado, what is the next step here? So you've gone through Claude, you've gone through ChatGPT, you've created the site, you've created the structure, you've built the whole thing on HTML. You want to package the whole thing into either an HTML or a zip file if you have images. So if you have images, you want to give or keep the images in that zip file. Sarah, do you have any advice for us on that specifically?
Just make sure you have web-friendly images.
Hmm.
The sizing should be easy to load. And I think AI does a pretty good job on the HTML file. You just have to go in and make sure that the images are clean. You can use Canva, you can use whatever imaging editing software that you use. Yeah.
Let's go through here. So you've gone through, you have your platform, lots of it, most of it is free. What do you do then? If you have a Builderall account, you can head over here to this HTML, AI HTML upload now with the AI editor. So if you haven't been inside the dashboard recently, you're gonna notice that now you have the AI editor. If you don't have an account, I want you to go to host.builderall.com and upload your zip file for free. What's going to happen is you're going to receive free hosting, you're going to receive free SSL, and you're going to get the ability to connect all of the rest of Builderall into that AI website that you created. So it's a seamless connection point, and you start off with a free account if you go through this route, host.builderall.com. I'll type it in the comments. Make sure to go in, and if you have a site that you've been looking to get live, this is the moment. This is the chance for you to stop saying, well, I'm still working on it, to putting it out into the universe and adjusting it as you go. Now, this is the next question. How do you adjust it, right? So let's look at the editor. I want to go in here. I want to hit this edit button. Or should we upload? Should we upload a brand new one?
Yeah,
All right,
let's show
let's
them
look at
how
it.
to upload the file.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful. So you've
that would
already
be
packaged and sent to
interesting.
me this website right here. So I'm going to share my screen here. I have it. It's a zip file right here. I'm going to open it just to see what's inside it. And AI is able to give you this zip file. All right. Or it's going to give you the files. You can drop them into a folder. That's also zipped. All right. This is the least complicated part of the process, and this is the more complicated step. It's 20 seconds total, and it requires maybe 3 clicks. All right. So you click here, AI HTML upload. You choose your HTML or zip file. I'm going to choose this website. I'm going to hit open. I'm going to hit upload and analyze. I am actually done. I'm completely done 100%. I'm going to hit publish my website. The website has a link that I can share with people. And I'm going to take this link here. I'm going to drop it into the comments as well. So you guys can see that this is a live website. All right. I'm going to hit go. As you can see here, now I can use my Builderall account. I can go in and buy a domain. I can connect the domain to this site. If I already have a domain, I can connect it to the site. If my domain is registered elsewhere, I can still connect it through our domain manager. That step is done and dealt with. We give you an SSL certificate and we host the website for you for free. Just go to host.builderall.com. But also, so we're here, we have a live site. How do I edit? Let's say I want to edit, I want to bring in an amazing new product that the team here at Builderall is adding. And Sarah, feel free to cut in whenever you'd like. I want to say everyone's
Yeah.
using AI. It's not going anywhere. We want you to use AI. We want you to go in and invest and create a business and use that additional support to create your page. We also want to give you all the capabilities afterwards. So from here, you can hit this edit button, and this is the new editor. As you can see, you see the website on one side, and you have an AI editor on the other side. You can use natural language to make changes to your site. If you want something specific, you can hit this button, select on site, and as you can see, now every element is selectable, and you can ask it to make changes, to make additions. And what it will do is it will keep in mind your existing design. And I think that's one of the most powerful features, which is, let's say I wanted to hit this form, and I want it to just add a form to the site, or add a WhatsApp button. I can do that in one click, and it's going to look at this page, it's going to add a form, and it's going to ask me what type of form. I'm going to ask it. It's going to copy the visual style, and it's going to place it. So as you can see here, it added a panel. It used the same background for me. It used the same little touches that were there and present. It copied the font, and it was able to recreate the same look and feel. If this was part of the initial design, you would totally buy it. And Sarah, we're doing this. You're the maker of this website, so your eye is a little more critical. So I want to see what you think. Obviously, this form in the middle, we're going to adjust as well. So here.
Yeah, no, as a first impression, it did get the style, it did get the font, it got the layout. Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're impressed. All right. You gotta love it. We all saw the form and the layout of the form and the design of the form with one single prompt here. I said match the style of the form with the rest of the page. Lo and behold, it took 20 seconds. It did all the work for me and provided me this form. Now, this is going to be a functional form. It's going to work. I'm going to tell it, send this form to Pierre at builderall.com. If you guys do need to email me, this is my email. Feel free to send me whatever questions you may have. And now the form is not only created, the panel has been created, the form has been created, the style has been matched, and it is completely set up to forward to the email that I gave it. It took us 5 seconds. You can't beat this type of output. And I think for me, this is the type of stuff that AI is excellent for. In Builderall, you won't have the constant prompt back and forth. We want the AI to actually produce the work for you and be done. We were talking earlier how AI sort of tends to take you down these different rabbit holes. You won't have that here. We want the object of this is for you to hit save and publish and have a live site that you can go to and look at your changes, and it's fast and it's a great site and it functions just like you want it to. So I think for me, this is in its simplicity is where sort of the brilliance is found. So I really like that.
Yeah, it's also great because uh, you you don't want to keep generating the HTML through the AI because then it starts doing changes on its own
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah, yeah.
So having a specific editor for the actual function of the website is really helpful. Uh, yeah.
Let's play around here. Maybe we can add a button to the. So I'm gonna say add a button to the header area, and we'll see what happens. All right. I think I should have specified where here. I'm gonna grab the selector and I'm gonna say add a button.
It added it in the navigation bar.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, up here.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we can see here, it did also add a button here as I said. And I love that it took the same design from a previous button and it looks identical. It looks like we put it there. So um, someone asked here, Cabin TV, can I link the form to a mailing box campaign? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You can add it to, you can link a booking calendar, you can book a mailing form, and it's going to ask you which mailing box campaign you want to add. And you can add a WhatsApp button here. We've actually done that to this form already. So I think you have so much flexibility. And the beauty of the AI editor is that it handles most of the setup for you. So if you already have a mailing boss list already made, it'll ask you uh, which list you want, and you just select which list, and it just does the setup for you. So once someone adds a form, um, it connects right there. So let's say I want to add a mailing boss form. So it's going to ask me which of my list. I'm going to say default list. All right, create it here. And it matched the top. And look at that, it matched the style. And I'm going to go back in and ask it to match the button and see if it does that. This, of course, is a beta product, so we're testing it here live under with the asterisk that this is a beta product. So match this button to the style of the site. Cabin TV said this is great with a big thumbs up. I completely agree. I completely agree. This is awesome. And for me, the possibilities of getting a uniform. Okay, this is gonna need more tweaking here to get this button to match. Um, but the ability to just get a site live like this, change all these settings, make a mailing form, connect to a specific list that's already done, easy breezy, right? In the past, you may have needed to switch gears and go from here to mailing boss or something of that nature, or you have to set up the whole form from scratch. Also, not great, right? So now the big thing for me is also that you can add an image. So you can either generate an image or add an image, and we're all familiar with this toolkit. This is the same toolkit that you're going to see on all of your other Builderall tools. So whether you're on the Cheetah Builder, your email, your booking, wherever it is that you run into this toolkit, we see the same interaction right here. So it brings your AI website, although you've created it elsewhere, you bring it right into your AI site, right into your Builderall environment, and it feels like it belongs there. So I think this is awesome. Cool. So with that, let's open up some questions. If people have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Otherwise, Sarah, do you have any tests that you'd like to ask it to do? I know in our previous call, I changed this background graphic and made Dracula blonde. I won't do that in front of company. so so let me know if there's anything you'd like to check out or test. And I think this to me is like the next frontier when it comes to AI and building sites and updating. Right, you're using your LLM that you know and love. In your case, you're using a combination, which I think is awesome. And then you bring it here and connect it to your Builderall environment. So again, sorry, before I hand it over, host.builderall.com. Join this, bring your AI built website for free, upload it right here. It's gonna connect all of your good stuff right into your Builderall platform. It's gonna give you free hosting, free SSL. You're gonna be on our servers. You can connect the domain to it without headaches, without worrying about it. And when you are looking to expand, you have all of the Builderall marketing suite available to you to go from there. Cool. So let's test out a couple things here. What do you think? Uh-oh. I don't hear you. I don't know if you're on mute. Uh-oh. Mic battery died. We have a battery situation. All right, here. I'll put you down here. When you come back, you can come back up on the stage. Cool, guys. Leave me a comment in YouTube if you have any questions. If you're wondering about anything at all, let me know, and we can get those questions answered. Cool. I want to try out a couple things here. I'm gonna have an image created in the background of this form. Um, so I'm going to select, I'm going to use my selector, I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to say add a muffin to the background that matches the style and feel of the rest of the site. All right. B Cicero asks for live delivery. Connect this form to Builderall Mailing Boss or your CRM. Yes, you can add a video if you have it up here uploaded. You can add a video if it's part of your files. If you have a link, you can still provide it. We can test that out. All right, so just to get that answered, this form does connect to Mailing Boss or your CRM, or if you select a contact form, you can send it to an email address directly. So, you know, we've done both. Today, I've asked it to add a muffin. I see the muffin here in the back, and it threw in a candle too, just for good measure. So that's something I'm enjoying. So this is great. This is great. Sarah, what do you think? Here, let's try this again. Are you still on mute? Yeah, we're still. All right. Maybe it's your receiver that's the issue, but it's all good. All right. So let's try to add a video. We have this free live link. Say add a video panel that matches the website style and embed this YouTube video inside. Let's see. I think this, I don't know if Liz is watching. Liz is our head of product. Hold on to your seat because this is the cutting edge of limit testing this tool. We'll see what happens. All right, love it. There you go. It worked. Watch the night featured video, a cinematic moment to match the castle atmosphere. And we see here it embedded the video and it works. All right, this is me. This is a stream inside a stream, everyone. Uh, so here, let's see. I don't hear you yet. Let's try it again, Sarah. Let's try.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we do. Yes, we
Yeah.
can. Oh, sorry about
Sorry
that.
about the voice
No, no
quality.
worries.
The
Yeah.
microphone is off.
No, no. The this works. I don't know if you saw this, but we just added a YouTube video right inside, and we asked it to match the style,
I
and
was
it did.
watching.
Yeah. I don't know what you think about my muffin with the candle here up top on this form, but I do want to say, you know, this gives such a freedom for us to test and try and look at different things
Yeah.
in a way that I don't
Can
think we've
I
seen before.
can I
Go ahead.
suggest a small edit?
Let's
Can we
do
see
it.
if
Yeah.
we can move an element in the header?
Up here.
So in the header, there's the um, what do you call it? The quote box,
Yeah. Yeah.
the box that has a quotation. Can we move it to the left?
All right. Move this to the left. Is that what I'm gonna
Slightly
say?
to the left. Yeah, maybe add slightly so it understands that it shouldn't move it to the end of the
All
page.
right. Move this slightly to the left. Let's go. Let's try this out. And guys, this is available. I think it did. Right? Did I miss it? I think it did.
Okay.
Here we go. We'll try it again.
Yeah.
All right. Move it more to the left.
Yeah. I was gonna say slightly is a bit, it's taking the slightly bit a bit too literally.
All right. Felicity is asking, hi, can you add an offer page with 3 different offers? Yes, absolutely. And what I would say is you can use your initial website builder that you use to create this, to create several pages inside, and it should give you the HTML. It should give you the HTML with the several pages already linked in. And the way you see that is up here, just like your Cheetah builder is, it would be here. All right. I'm not sure if we can add a separate page here. I think it'll break. We can do that. We're only a couple minutes away from time on the stream, so it's a perfect opportunity if we break everything. Uh,
Let's test it, yeah.
all right. Let's say create a sub page where users will see a checkout screen. And be able to purchase. All right, Liz in the comments is saying that this feature to add a separate page within here is going to be an upcoming feature that we will have very, very soon. So you can create a new page for a new HTML upload inside a website. So this is wonderful. Juan Carlos saying, "Oh my God, I love the site Draco Cakes. I love it too. It's absolutely wonderful." And then he says, "You can use subdomains and use them as different pages or landing pages." Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely to all of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think this will break the tool, but we'll see what happens. All right. Create a sub page where users will see a checkout screen and be able to purchase muffins or cupcakes.
I was gonna say muffins.
Yeah. So in this time, okay. So this okay. Okay, so it's trying to keep me on the same page, which I appreciate. It didn't try to do something it can't do. It's trying to keep me on the same page. Let's add a checkout button. All right, I will say host.builderall.com is where you can upload your AI website for free, get it hosted for free, connect it with a bunch of tools inside Builderall for free, and then once you're ready to really, get all of the marketing tools up and running, then you can just upgrade into the Builderall platform, and everything will work together right then and there. All right. Felicity says, "Sorry, it was meant to be cupcakes." So it added a button. I added a checkout button near the quote box and matched the existing stuff. I love it. I love it. There's no way. I love it. Let's try to make it a floating box so that it follows me around, sort of like this WhatsApp button. And for all of you wondering, yes, we did add this WhatsApp button on. Ooh, I.
You had the quote selected. That's
Oh,
why
thank
the
you.
checkout button. Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, my bad. Here, let's select this. Make it a floating box. All right, let's see. Let's save. Let's see what this all looks like after. And I don't know if you guys have noticed how fast this saves and how fast it actually publishes online. I think it's great. So, all right, this is the page after I made my edits. Sarah, look away. Look away. We have this checkout. We have this extra button here. We have this extra button here. But all of it matches, so I think this is awesome. You know, we all saw the better version that you provided. This is obviously just a test, but the header follows you. All of the details are kept. We tried to match it, I think, successfully. This is a functioning mailing boss form. Sorry, this is a functioning mailing boss form. This is a functioning contact form. Uh, this is a functioning video embed. We did all of this in just a few seconds, just trying to be creative with the whole thing. So
Looks amazing.
yeah, I think for me, I don't know about you, but this is sort of the future for us here as a species. This future of the species consists of AI websites hosted on Builderall, and you can make edits this easily that are focused on getting you up in life. Sarah, thank you so much. We are at time.
Thank
If
you.
you guys do have extra questions, keep them in the comments. We're gonna come back and answer all of your questions. And then if you guys want this design, keep an eye out on this month when the Builderall Design Lab videos drop. We're gonna see how DracuCase was built step by step, and how we can copy some of Sarah's great ideas and apply them to ourselves. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today. For everyone in the
Thank
comments,
you.
thank you for your time. And yeah, just remember to go out and build something and make it actually happen. So I love it.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone.